Hey friends, my name is Jennifer and I am Genevieve Designs. One of the projects that I'm currently working on is this Flip Flop Journal, the 507 Willow House Flip Flop Journal. And it's just just because, for no reason at all, just because I thought it was a fun, cool, recycle idea where you could take some of your favorite things and put them into an interactive journal, right? So the inspiration for the flip flop is Leslie's Flip Flop Journal, and I have a flip through this, and I also have a playlist for this for this Flip Flop Journal. I will put it up here in the cards and down below. And I'm obviously not going to be able to film every little bitty thing that I do in here, but because I am getting ready to start our Christmas journal. Hang on, my hair, I gotta get my hair on my face. Twisting it up. Okay. So our Christmas album, I'm getting ready to start it, and I have decided I think I'm going to use the new paper that I just brought out. Let me see if I should have grabbed it. I don't know what I'm thinking. I should have grabbed it. The winter ornament collection that I just released. This is the listing for it. I have a video where I showed you all the pages right here. So I think I'm going to use this printable of mine, and I will do a specific video for that. And I don't think we're going to do like a major project, like a major Christmas project, only because I'm working on something new in the background. I'm working on this, and I want to work on that. So I don't want to make it too much for me or for you guys. So it's possible that I might go back and forth in videos between this video and the Christmas album. So it might not be every time you see a video it would be about the same thing. Does that make sense? So like you might see this today, and tomorrow you might see a Christmas album video. So anywho's, I just kind of wanted to give you the heads up on that. I mean, it's the middle of November. Thanksgiving is coming up, and my youngest son's 21st birthday, you guys. 21st birthday is coming up in a couple weeks, and then of course December. So anyway, I'm not going to be able to record everything I do in this flip flop. So this was my mock-up that I did, and so I found myself doing some things in here like as ideas, just to see if it'll work, because again, this is an unfamiliar territory. Like I'm familiar with making junk journals and things like that, where we use vintage papers and stuff like that, old papers, coffee stained papers. I've made oodles and oodles and oodles over the years. That's not what's new to me. What's new to me is this style of creating, where you just glue things down to things. I guess that's the only way I can. I'm not real good at collaging either, you know, the whole collage thing. So I want to try that, but I need bits and pieces to do that first. So anyway, so this is kind of a new concept for me. So let me show you what I've done since the last video. Let me scooch you in a little bit. Maybe that'll be better. Don't go too far. So let me show you what I've done since the last video. First thing is I added this little cluster down here. So we've got a little key and a little bell, little jingle bell, and a button. So let me tell you what these are about. The buttons came from this package here. This was given to me, and a lot of you that came to MadaCon. This was given by one of the attendees at MadaCon, where she brought everybody a bag of buttons, and whatever was left over, I had gathered up, and this is what I had brought home. So the colors in this bag of buttons is pretty on par for what I've got going on in here. So I just picked out one that I thought were really pretty with this, and I actually sewed it on first, but it wasn't sitting right, so I kind of cut it off and glued it. So anywho, neither here nor there. So there's the button. And then I got a big old bag of keys. I will link all of these in my special Amazon list. I have a special Amazon list. It's linked down below in the description box. And I did get these off of Amazon, but it was like 100, I don't know how many pieces there were. Does it say? 125 pieces, and they're all different kinds of, you know, I love keys. They're all different kinds of little keys, and they're just the perfect color. So I picked out one of those, and then where's the other, here they are. And then I got these teeny tiny little bells, because, you know, I'm going to have to try my hand at the little twisted tangle that Leslie made for me, right? So it's, this is a really, I don't think this was her idea, but it's where I learned it from. But if I can find the video where she got inspired, I will put that down below as well. But anyway, it just seems like a little fun thing to do. A little dangle to add. I don't know, I just like it. So I wanted some noise, right? Some jingle bells. So this is also from Amazon, and I think there's 100 pieces in here. So I'll add that to my list as well. And again, also want to reiterate, you do not need everything that I show you. You can just use whatever you have sitting around you. You can use all your junk mail. You can use your papers that you have sitting around. It doesn't matter. Use whatever you want to use. Okay, what did I do next? Nothing changed in here. Here, I lined the inside of this envelope. So here's where we use that Florentine paper. And then I lined the inside because I didn't like, you could see the envelope. If you just did this, you could see it. I didn't get all the way down, but that's okay. So I just used, I think it was paper bag or packaging. One of the two, I'm not sure. And then I also put it on this side, except I left it hanging out a little bit so that there's like a little bit of something, something right here on the edge. I just really thought that was pretty. I haven't done anything to that. Oh, and then the back, okay. So I kind of did the same thing as I did here, sort of. I took another postcard from the Flower Fairies postcard. Actually, this one was probably in that package that, not package, but in another folder that I had pulled things out of. And so anyway, so I just took it and I put a bow on it. This was actually from the package that I received from Leslie when I got this. So this was wrapped around the tissue. So what I was thinking was, I gave myself plenty of room. I just kind of stuck it on here. I put this behind it. It's all glued down so that I could just tie a bow, and I could either add things in there, tuck things in there, add a twisted tangle there, whatever I wanted to do. I just thought it was really sweet. And then underneath that is, oh yes, so underneath that is this. This is one of the printables that I'm adding to my little collection of printables that I'm going to make for you guys. This is a vintage letter that I scanned. So I have the original, and it's big, it's huge. I have the original, but when you print it off, well, when I printed it off, this is the size that I printed it at. But anyway, I just glued it down to the envelope that was here, and I left it so it's whole, like that. This was like the full size of it. So I just kind of left it because I don't know what I want to do with this part yet, so I just left it. But I glued it down to this side, and then I just did that gold watercolor paint. I'm trying to see if it's going to show up all the way around the edges, right? So I also made this a pocket. So I cut the edge of the envelope off. So there you can see the inside of the envelope. So I just cut this little edge off to make it a pocket. Okay, so then back here, this piece, how was it? I think, no, it was like this. Oh, Sophie's running a marathon again. This was a wallpaper piece from, let me get the other pieces, from that fundle that I got from Pam at the Paper Outpost. So I think today we're going to be grabbing a bunch of pages out of there to make some of the signature pages. But anyway, so I glued, this is wallpaper, so I glued this on here and tore it down. I just thought it was super pretty. And then here, let me open it up. This is some vintage paper from 1909. I can't figure, I don't know if this might have been part of the fundle too. This one here. This might have been in that fundle, and I'll show you the fundle here in just a second. So I just kind of tore it down. So it's like this. I glued it on, and then I tore it at the bottom here, right? And this was the other piece, and then I did a little bit of experimenting with color to see how it would take on here. So then I did a little bit of watercolor of the purple up here and a little bit of the gold. So I left this piece on here because I don't know if I want it as a flap or what. And then it's also kind of flipped around over on this side as well. Let me make sure I'm doing that right. Yeah, just those little pieces just to kind of finish off that little edge there. So I did that. So right now, oh, and then this piece is part of, did I already use a piece of that? I can't remember. Oh, it's this, it's from this. It's left over from here. So it was the piece left over, and I just kind of put it on here as a hinge just to strengthen that because we're going to put a signature here. So, and here's another piece of that. A couple other pieces of that. And I think that's all I did for now. Yep. That's it. Okay, I mean, I know that seems like a lot, but it's really not. And it's been like, I don't know, 5 days since I recorded last, so I didn't really do that much. But the weekend has passed, and my husband and I got a new fireplace. It's like we used to have a gas one, and it was awful. It just was expensive to run. It didn't really heat anything, and so my husband wanted to get a wood-burning fireplace. And it's a fully enclosed wood-burning fireplace, so you can like open it up, start your fire, and then get it going, and then you can completely close the glass doors, and it is completely enclosed. Like there's no worry, knock on wood, of things popping out. So we had the best time all weekend. Although I didn't feel that great all weekend, we had the best time. Just sitting in front of the fire in our living room. So obviously it's not done, but the install is done and it is usable, and we're just having a good time. So, okay. Now let me show you what I've got so far when it comes to the printables that I'm trying to gather together. So I want to give you like a set, you know. I don't want to just give you one at a time. I want to give you like a whole thing. So let's start with this here. Uh-oh, I got some glare going on. Let me scoot back out a little bit. Maybe that'll help. I'm still trying to figure things out, you guys. Now that I've learned my light just kind of shifts whenever it wants to. So this here is this. So I showed you this in the last video, right? So there's a front and a back and a pocket. So it's actually 3 pieces. So there's the front, there's the back, and then there's the pocket right here. Okay, so there's this, which is fun. And then, hang on, let me move some things. Whoop, that's not gonna work. And then on this page is an envelope. Let me show you it put together. This is actually just one of the test ones that I ran. This is some of the stuff, the vintage stuff that I have in my own stash that I have created into a digital. So I've actually added tabs on the side because I literally had to open it up. Well, I'm trying to get this open. So it kind of, you don't have to put it together. You could sew it in the middle of a signature, but it's kind of like a floating pocket or just, you know, a printable envelope pocket. So there's that. And then let me just stick that in there. So I've got those. That's fun. And then here's that other one. This one here. Right? So it's 2 pieces as well. It's the front with the flap and then the back. So hopefully I'll find more things I can add to these pages for you guys. So it's like a full set of flippity flop ephemera. So there's that. And then this is an envelope that I showed you the big version of it. It's actually really big and I had to scale it down. But check it out, right? Is that not the coolest look? So I even had to add a little tab over here so that you could close it. But this is printed onto 28-pound white paper. And then I printed it onto, this is that newspaper print that you can buy, the 8.5 by 11 sheets. It's a little bit thicker and it actually feels like the paper bag. Let me see if is this the one? No, let me find the one that's put together. But here's the original. There's the original. Look at how big it is. What did I do with that? Oh, that's gonna drive me nuts. I don't know. But anyway, it feels just like the paper bag, and I think this one was done before. This one's just the white paper. But anyway, it's this size and it's cute. Obviously there's nothing done on the inside there, but it's open on both ends, right? I don't know, I just thought it was a cute little addition. It could be a page, it could go this way. I don't know, it's just cute. I like it. So then there's that. And again, this is that newsprint. This is linked in that Amazon. So I like that. I think it's fun that you could do both. You could print it onto coffee stained paper. Whatever you want to do. But this way you don't have to worry about the inside so much. Like this is white. So there's that. And then, here, let me, as we go through here, I'll just add these to the pocket. I can't believe I've lost that one. It's driving me nuts. Did I put it somewhere else? Let me see if I stuck it in here somewhere. Alright, so then here is a vintage check from the 1800s, and I have the original. So what I did was I scanned both sides, and this is it on white 28-pound paper, and then here it is on that newsprint paper, and it just feels so real. And here's what it looks like on the white. You print it out and you fold it over, so then it looks like a double-sided check, but this is light enough to where you can write or put up whatever you want on there, or you can have it literally as a page if you want it to. But anyway, so this is fun. So I've got that. And then this is that vintage letter I was telling you about. Again, the real thing is huge, but this is what it looks like scanned, and then here's what it looks like on the newsprint paper. Isn't that pretty? So I wish I would have printed it on newsprint for this. I think it would have looked nicer. You know, it would have been a better color for what I had going on. But either way, that's okay. So there's that. And then here is an envelope. So this is the size of this envelope that we use. The smaller envelopes on the front and the back. I just did a real good coffee stain on it. So I wanted to include this. And here's what it looks like when it's all cut out. I just kind of tucked this in. So you'll have that as an option if you wanted to print. And then one more. This is what I got so far. There is another little envelope here. This is also in my stash. And then these little envelopes here, which again are in my stash. So here I printed that out. So I put it together. I had to add some tabs to it because it was just, it was put together. I had to take it apart. And then here is the two little smaller coin envelopes put together. This would be really pretty on that newsprint as well. So anyway, I just thought it would be fun to have some little things like this. This was actually my mom's stuff. My dad used to collect coins, so he had a lot of things like this. So anyway, I found that in her stuff. And that's it. So that's what I got for you so far. When I get it all done, I will put it out there for you guys. It depends on how big it is. So yeah. But anyway, so I wanted to share that with you guys. Okay, so this is the fundle that I bought from Pam at the Paper Outpost. I have a video where I did a complete flip through of all of these pages. I'll find it and put it up here. But I wanted to go through this and see just how many pages I could get out of this fundle that I can use in this flip-flop. Or not all, you know, I'm not going to try to use all of these in there, but I want to see if I can find enough fun things in here to use as pages. So I'm looking for pages that'll go inside these little shorter areas and also in the bigger areas. So keeping that in mind, not this, but like things like this, they could be fun. They could be like, this was a receipt, so it was folded at some point. It was folded in half. So this is from the 1800s, so that would be good. Here's a little short calendar page, a prescription. I guess I started pulling stuff out last week. A prescription, that could be fun as a page. Here's just a little piece of ledger, which is the perfect size. for the short ones. Here's another ledger. I mean, I feel like you can't have too much ledgers, so there's that. And then Elixir of Love. This is an old book page. Oh, owls are kind of my thing. I don't even know how to explain it, but so this I think would be fun as a tall page. So I'm going to stick that over here. And these ledger, this one might be a little too awkward, so I'm going to stick that there. But I like the difference in color. Like this is lighter, it's not as creamy. I'm not really sure what this is. I think it's from like an autograph book, but it's pretty all the same. So here's another tall piece. Is this a letter? And this one's from the 1800s. This might be fun to put in there. Just different shades of vintage, you know. And we've got a lot of different signatures, so I'm looking for a lot of different things. And that's kind of like a receipt. Is that a receipt? I have received your circular and will be governed accordingly. Okie dokie. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, all right, let's keep looking. Oh, California. My husband and I went to California for our 30th wedding anniversary. Let's see. We landed here in LA. We stayed on Venice Beach, which is somewhere. It's not actually jumping out at me, but it's around here somewhere. And then how far did we go up? Let's see. We went through. We stayed along the coast for a long time, and then let me look over here. Maybe I can get a better sense of where I'm at. Yeah, so we ended up in Napa Valley. So we started down in Los Angeles, and we drove up the coast as much as we could, and ended up in Napa Valley. Oh, that's so sweet. I like that. I'm not going to use it in this journal, but I'm gonna put it on top so I don't forget it's in there. I've never used piano paper in my journals before. This would be the first time ever, so I'm going to grab it. It seems like it might be a little unwieldy. But I'm going to grab it anyway. There's some more of her different stained papers. Okay. That's a pretty good chunk out of just this one bundle, right? So whatever I don't use, I'll just put back into my package there. So yeah, again, this could be just annoying. So I don't know if I'll use this. I know a lot of you love it, but what can I put to try to keep it flat? All right, so let's go through here. Let me move all this back to the beginning. So what I'm thinking is I need some like shorter pages, right? So we'll just go ahead and do some of that. Oops. Ooh, look at that. Look what happened. That is so fragile. I better put something on it right now. All right, now I need to find some washi tape. Or something. All right. I didn't prepare for that. Let me go look for some. I'll be right back. Okay, I grabbed 4. Most of them I have no idea. I have them like loose in a drawer. I think this one is Tim Holtz. It's like a ticket thing. I think that one's Tim Holtz. So I liked the soft colors and the vintage feel. And this one, again, I have no idea. But it's got like this weird, every once in a while, like postage stamp. But I thought it might blend in nicely to some of these papers. And then this one I think is Prima. I just love this. I love the green and pink butterfly combination, especially with vintage papers. So I like that. That's pretty. And then this one might be, I don't know, might be Prima, but it's just roses. And it may not. It may be somebody else's. And I think it goes nicely with vintage papers as well. So you could also, you can just use plain old masking tape. This is a little bit stiffer, so it will make the pages a little stiffer. So just keep that in mind. And you can also just reinforce it with another kind of paper. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, on one side, I'm going to do this kind of thing where it's just this plain on the, no, on this side. Oh, I don't know. Let's do it on this side. So this isn't very sticky, so it's like really kind of like tissue tape or something. So I'm going to use some glue, and this is the Fabri-Tac, and I'm just going to run it along the sides here and right down the middle. Right, and you could use a glue stick if you want. I'm just going to run this right down there like that. And I think I'm just going to cut it off because, where's my scissors? Just because. Just because. Right, okay. So there's that. I'm going to stick that somewhere where maybe I could use it somewhere else. And then on this side of it, I was going to use this. So I was just going to add a few little pieces on here because it goes a certain way, you know. So let's do that. So I want to do like 1, 2, 3. So I love this color. Don't you love that green and the vintage look? Isn't that pretty? Okay, and then let's do another one. Like that, and then one more. So just grab whatever you have in your stash, you guys. Don't you worry about it, because we might end up even covering some of that up. Okay, so that's going to get folded, and then I was going to have this one as like a flip, but I feel like it's going to tear. But let's see, we'll just leave it like that, because I think this one is this is where I'm going to have to stitch. So that's kind of why I want it to reinforce, because I was going to put this in the signature. So let's fold it back the way I think I want it. Just like that. Yep, so there's that. Okay. That took a little longer than I wanted it to. Then we've got some tall ledger. That might have been folded up a little bit. So I think I'm just going to fold this in half, and then we'll deal with the height of it in a little bit. glue on my finger. So what I think I'm going to start with is the shorter parts and, or I mean the shorter signatures. And so I know there's a few things that I kind of think I want, like how fun would that be just to have my name poking at the top there, right? I just think that's fun. So like there's the first page that's going to be there. Yeah, so I think it'd be fun to just go through and just kind of make little signatures. So we've got that. Okay, so I'm just kind of going to start, like, I'm just going to start putting things together. So I'm going to stick this in here as if that's already sewn in. So I can already tell I'm going to have to add some longer things. So let's go on this side and let's see what we got here. Alright, so let's just leave that there for now. And then the next signatures are going to be on the inside here. So again, I haven't decided if it's going to be like this, because this is the next signature. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave this like a flap or if I'm going to glue it down. So yeah, I'm not real sure. So now I think what I'm going to do is just start making signatures that are taller. Oh, I think I wanted to add that into the smaller somewhere, maybe right here. Or I'll come back to that maybe. I kind of want it to be able to fold out all the way. We'll see. I'm going to stick that right there. We'll see. Okay, so taller signature. So I'm going to start with something tall. I want to start with this because I want to add this in for sure. So I know it's a lot taller, but I can tear it down or fold it up or whatever. So I want this in my first signature. Of course, we have to have a ledger. Let's do, this one's really tall, isn't it? Let's do that. Okay, so now we got two big ones going. And so now we're obviously going to need more pages, obviously. So let's grab some more, because I'm pretty sure we have at least 3 large signatures, at least, I think. And I also wanted to grab these envelopes, and I wanted to show you how I did this. Did I already open that? Well, that was really kind of a crappy job, but that's okay. I'll use it anyway. So these are linked in the Amazon list. So I'm going to grab those 2 out, and then I'm going to grab an envelope from this one. This is the Florentine card set. So I was just going to show you how I did those really quick. So switching gears just a minute. So I flipped them, I opened them up, and I kind of flipped everything the other way. The only thing about this is that it's got that sticky, the sticky. If it gets wet, it'll stick to something. What did I do in my prototype? Did I cut it? I might have cut it off because that kind of makes sense. Yeah, I cut it off. So I cut it off in my prototype. So let's do the same. No big deal. Well, we'll tear it off, because what are we doing? We're tearing. We're being brave and we're tearing things. Whoa. Okay, so, and what I had done is I took it like this, and then I attached this card to this side of the flap, I think. But that's what we're going to do. If that's not what I did, that's what we're going to do. And I could even, no, let's just, yeah, I could just attach it just on the one end. Let's do that and see what happens. So it kind of creates like a little tuck right there. And the tuck would be obviously back here. So it creates like a little tuck right here. That could be fun. So this would go into a signature. Now I can't decide. I didn't close the other one up either. Can't decide if I want to leave this like this. Oh, that would be a pocket too. And we could. We could. So I'm going to put this in one of the signatures. I'm just going to stick it in the front here. And then on this one, I'm going to do the same. Let's see if I can get this apart. Oh, let me go turn off. I can't believe I left that on. I meant to turn the noise that you're hearing. I don't know if you can hear it or not. I can hear it. It's an air purifier. Since my allergies are so bad, we try to do anything and everything we can to help with my allergies. So, oh, you know what? I can't tear that off. I mean, I can, but that would be hard. So I'm going to take the sticky part of this off. The part that if you licked it, I mean. So it would be like this. Might be kind of cute to, you know what I could do too? Okay, hang on. I get ahead of myself here. And on this one, right, isn't that what I did? I used the flap that doesn't have anything on it, but this one has it on both flaps. So the whole thing. So in that case, since I messed this up, let's stick it on this side, like that. Okay. Let's go like this. There's not an up and a down on these cards, so I'm not too worried about that. But again, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna add it like as a tuck again, because you can always come back and glue it down if you want to. Right. So then we got that. And yeah, could maybe just have it like this and like attach these two together somehow. That might be kind of fun. And then have this as like a something. Okay, so then this is going to go on the other short one somewhere. Oh, let's put these together so we can put these in the signatures, because I made these specifically to go in the tall signature. So let's do that. All I'm going to do is I'm going to cut all of this out. I'll probably put it on fast forward, and then this is all printed onto this is 80-pound white cardstock. So I'm going to cut all this out, and then I will put it together with you guys. Have everything cut out. So what I did for the ones that you might see the edges, I inked the edges with my Distress ink. This is Walnut Stain Distress Oxide. It's my favorite. And so I inked everything that I needed to, just in case. So this one, let me get you the pieces for this one here. This one goes together like this. So here's the one page, here's the other page, and then here's the pocket. Let's get that edge. I did ink the back of this pocket just in case you see, right? So this one goes together like this. So this goes inside of that, and I think I'm gonna make it a pocket. Each one of these is gonna be a pocket. So what I'm gonna do is take my art glitter glue, and I'm just gonna run it along this edge here, the top and bottom, like that. And then I'm gonna just kind of go here in the middle, just a little squiggly squiggly, not getting too far out of bounds there. And I'm gonna attach these together, except I'm going to pick this up and attach it together like this, so that it's already bent. Okay, so you can see that this edge is longer than that edge, but I'm okay with that. I can always come back and, actually, you know what? You know what I'll do? My pocket goes here, so maybe I should cut it back now. Or I could just leave it. I'm just gonna leave it. Oh, that's very, I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna leave it, I'm gonna cut it, I'm gonna leave it, I'm gonna cut it. I'm just gonna cut it. So I'm just gonna take it and I'm just gonna kind of wiggle wiggle. I'm trying not to get the front page. So it's not, it doesn't have to be straight. I didn't cut it straight to begin with. And then this side, no, I'm gonna leave that side. This side is really the only one that was bothering me. So I'm gonna come back and just ink that up a little bit. And then this will go here. I think what I'm going to do, though, I'm going to use tape, which I don't, I know a lot of you guys don't use tape when you're making your, let's see, I got 3/8 inch here. You're making yours, but this is just who I am, you guys. This is how I make, when I make my pockets and stuff, this is how I do it. I can't help it. It's just how it goes. So this is actually 3/8 inch from Cherry on Top. I'll have it linked down below if you're interested. And then my right angle tool, I will link that down below as well. I'm gonna just cut these extra little bits off. I'm gonna burnish it. You need to burnish double-sided tape. And then these are made to where they're gonna overlap. So I'm gonna take and peel back the backing just a little bit. And then stick that bottom piece down to it. Whoop. I need to figure out a better way to keep that a little tighter. Peel off the backing, and I'm just going to stick this down here at the bottom. And again, I'm going to burnish. So now we got the pocket right there, and we open up, we got the pocket here, and we got a pocket here. So this is going to go in one of the signatures. Okay, I ran down and turned that air purifier off. Can you tell the difference? Let me know in the comments if you can tell the difference between it being on and off. Anyways, okay, so we've got that done. So that's going to go in one of the signatures, and then this one, I've inked the edge where the pocket's going to be, and I have inked the outer edge of that, and this one's gonna go like this. So, but what I'm gonna do though, I'm gonna put some tape, but I'm not gonna close it up because, why is this here? Oh, I know why. I'm not gonna close it up because we might sew it in. So it could either be like a floating pocket or a sewn in pocket. But if it's a sewn in pocket, then it has to be in the middle of the signature, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. So, yeah, so this can go in the middle of a signature like that, or it can actually be a functioning envelope, right? But I'll most likely have it like that. So there's that one. And then while I've got it, I already did this one too. So I cut this one out, this envelope. Ooh, you guys looked way crooked there for a second. I cut this envelope out. But I'm not going to put it together because I might do the same with this one. I might make it inside the middle of a signature. Maybe I can put it in one of the smaller ones even, right? So there's that. Is that it? Yep, that's it. So I've got those three things. I think for this, for these two, I want to put one in here. Yeah, one in there, and then where's the other one I've got a lot of pages in? And then one in here, like that. And then maybe we'll put this one in this signature that we haven't really got very much pages in. Okay. So these are not going to stay like this. How long this is, it's just for right now. This is what we got going on. So we've got a signature here, and then I'm gonna flip the whole thing over. So this is the back, right? And then we're gonna have a signature here. So let's put this one here, and then let's see, we're going to have a signature back here, so over here, which will be this third signature. So I think that's what we got so far. So I needed to, I'm still going to work on this third signature, but I'm not going to stick it in there just yet. So I wanted to add some more things. Paper bag, let's see. So I've got, this is just a paper bag from when you buy wine or whatever you're buying. A bottle of bourbon. My husband likes bourbon. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it in half. Let's see. I think I'm going to open it up. Washi tape again. Oh wow, really, you're making it worse. Okay, I'm gonna cut it off. I don't know what I'm doing, you guys. I can't get it to. Oh, you know what? I should use my other one. There we go. I'll use this one. The deckled edge one, and that way it'll look like a deckled edge that I'm just ripping off or cutting off right now. Right? Okay. So I got that, so it's opened at the bottom. Now I'm going to fully open it. There. Where it's kind of flat like that. I wonder if I should do it like this. So that's kind of fun. So I think I'm also just going to cut it in half. Using the same deckled edge trimmer. It's probably not exactly in half, but. And then I'm going to fold it in half because I want to have like a couple pockets. And I might have to shorten them. They might be too big, too wide. And they are. So let me shorten them. Okay, so then I want one in the front. And then I want one back here. So obviously I'm just sticking them in here for now. They're not actually in the signature. I'm just sticking them in there. So I wanted that. I have another idea for the paper bag too, but I'm going to have to save that for another video. But I have some other stuff I wanted to add. And I thought I had it sitting out, but I don't guess I do. Let's see. Oh, I have this. I've got this paper. This is cotton watercolor paper. And how big is my envelope? I think it might be fun to put in the taller signatures. How many do I have? I need to get another one. Hang on, let me grab another one. And I'm just going to tear this down now. There we go. That's better. So, oh look, what did I do? I took two out at one time. So it seemed thicker than it was. Okay. So they're not as thick. They're a little thinner than that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just fold them in half. And then we will figure out the length later. So I want one for each one of the tall signatures. And then I got something else in mind for the short signatures. So we might have to take some stuff out also. I'm just gathering all some different fun stuff that I want to try to put in them. So let me move these because I don't need those. So one for each big signature. And this one I have this stuff here. Oh, look it, I've got these envelopes too. These are fun. I'm not going to use them in this, but I forgot I had that. Oh, look, I got those too. How pretty. So these are handmade and eco-dyed and all that. So I want to put these in the shorter signatures because they're so stinking pretty. Is there two here? It looks like there might be. Yep. I'm just going to grab those two. I have no idea where. I've had these for so long. I have no idea where they came from. No idea whatsoever. They're just really old. And I've had them forever. So I think... Yep, I think I'm just gonna, they're so pretty. I don't know how I want to fold them. They're just so pretty. They're so pretty. Okay. What if I do it like this? So here's the ledger that it came out of, but I think I want one for each of the shorter signatures. Right, one for each of these. Yeah. So I'm going to grab another one. And let's start with this front one. Okay, I like that showing. So I might take this one out and put this one in. Although, maybe I'll put it at the bottom since that's there. And I like it that things stick up and down. I like that. I like that a lot. And here's the paper bag. Let's see. Here's the Eco Dad paper. I need to stick that in the center. I might have to use that as something else. I'm going to stick that over there. So I need something smaller. That's all the small stuff I had. Let's see, I had one thing. Whew. Okay. So let me find something else to stick in here. Or this one. Then this. This one might be a little tall, but I like the Harrison sticking up because, for obvious reasons. So I'm going to just tear this down just a little bit. Try not to mess it up. I don't know if that's how I have it. This one is sticking out a little too far for me, so I'm just going to shorten it up a little bit. And we'll leave that there just in case we want it for something. So these are things we can always tear off, right? Okay, so now let's see. Yeah, that's looking good. I like that. My camera shut off. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, so I put a clip on there and then I clipped it to that front flip just so that it doesn't get lost. So let's flip to the back here and let's do the same. Okay, so I've got those two situated. Okay, so that's going to go in there. Then we're going to flip to this. So let's work on this one, and then I think we're going to call it a day. So this is the one that I want to go in the first one. So I've added that and that. This is the one that's got our fun pocket thingamabob. We've got, and the owl. I love the owl. Okay, what do I need to do with the owl? I don't want it sticking up too far. So and a bit on the top. Ah! It's because I don't have a flat surface right there, but that's okay. I am not worried about it. Okay, so I kind of want it to be able to fold out. So how am I going to make that happen? I don't guess I have to have this part, do I? I mean, I'm going to leave it for now, but I'm going to tuck it in. So that piece is going to go there. Okay. Then let's do this piece. And that piece is too tall. But I want it to be a little bit sticking out top and bottom. So we're going to tear that off down there. Right? So we got that. Okay. I kind of wanted that. Where do I want that? What else did I stick over here? This letter could be fun right here. Yep. Got that. Let's put this book page in there. And I might save this piece for for this other signature, for the one that doesn't have much. Let's do that. Okay, so this is going to be here. All right. We are going to fold this up like this. If we folded this down, that might make it cute. Yeah, so now we got like an up tuck. Okay, I like that. That's looking pretty good. So I'm going to stick this here. I'm not sure how I'm going to stick this here. Maybe I'll just stick it there and put a clip. Okay. Okay. I think that we're going to stop right there. And I might put the other two signatures together off camera and just show you what I come up with, because yeah, I think you all can only stand so much of that flippy floppy back and forth stuff. So yeah. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. All right, you guys, be sure to let me know what you think down in the comments. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. And make sure you subscribe to my channel. And I look forward to starting our new Christmas album and all that jazz. So don't go anywhere. I hope everything is going great for all you guys. And thank you so much for joining me today. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.